What's up, Internet? Advantageous here, and bringing you a very rare 6v6 singles battles. This was against a Passerby. I would love to have more, battles like evenly matched, same tier, stuff like that. It's hard when you start out though, because I just don't know a lot of people. It's harder to find people that want to have battles. But I think I need to use like other YouTubers on their links, see if people want to battle for fun, and then I can bring you more. So, I'll get this battle started. This is kind of my OU team that I've been developing. It's pretty solid. So, I lead with Skarmory. This is, pretty all-around defensive. It's actually Careful Nature. It's Impish Nature, max special defense. So, it is meant to take more special attacks than you'd think. So, this Mega Beedrill comes out first turn, and I'm thinking, like, unless you have a knockoff, you can't touch me. And he shows the knockoff. I'm like, okay. But that still doesn't do that much, which is great. So Beedrill realized it can't do anything, gonna U-turn out. That still does a lot, which is crazy. So I got my rocks set up there. As in comes Blastoise. Takes the rocks, and I'm guessing he brought it in to get rid of the rocks like right away, but yeah, you're gonna get spun out. So in comes Anti-Titanic, the iceberg. So he's got this and he's gonna recover it. Avalugg it's pretty viable, like it's really defensively capable. It's just you gotta use it properly. So I'm gonna whirlwind it out into Florges. And this thing was probably the only problem with my team. Or just with Skarmory, because I had to whirlwind it out. It wouldn't matter, but the problem here was Wish. It could get a free Wish off, and I could whirlwind it out, and then it could go pretty much into whatever it wanted, and get its health back up. So this is kind of a problem that Skarmory faces, is a bit more the support types. It can't really take it, but he can, he can stop the setup sweepers at least. But I have other mons for that. So he brings his Blastoise back in as I switch out, because I'm thinking he's probably just going to stay in, thinking I'm just going to whirlwind him out. So I actually switch out to a Moongus that could definitely take any hits. And then here I know the Rapid Spin's coming. I can't do much about it, but I am going to get off a free Spore here, which is great. If you don't get that reference, it's Gus Sorolla from Rooster Teeth. I got some pretty funny nicknames. I sometimes just sit in my chair and I just think, like, what can I name these guys? And I just go in the name raider. I'm just like, ha! So back to the battle. He's going to switch out his Sleeping Blastoise. I do follow Smogon rules, so I don't go for the Spore again, even though I couldn't. It's just, that's a scumbag thing to do. So I switch out into my Starmie, as he's going to go for a Flamethrower. And it does a fair amount to me, considering, so I'm wondering if that's specs. Because I didn't see Life Orb, which I am, as I'm going to hit it with a Psychic. And then shows the Citrus Berries. I'm like, wow, Volcanion, you are just power. Holy moly. And then he brings up the Steam Eruption. Like, if I get burned, that's kind of bad. This is not Natural Cure, this is actually Analytic. So I actually just stay in here. I'm okay letting my Starmie go down if I can really whittle down that Volcanion. So in comes Florges, soak up my Psychic. I kind of wish I had Psy Shock at this point, but it is what it is. I'm Analytic, so I want to hit really hard. Unfortunately, I don't get the Analytic boost on this turn. And I live on 1 HP. Look at that. Lucky me. So Forge is going to get the Wish off. I'm positive he's going back into Volcanion, but there's nothing I can do. So I just got to sit in here, get the Psychic off. I'm going to get that Analytic boost, but I don't think it's going to be enough where he's sitting at. No, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. And it does a lot, and he just lived. So came close. I made the right play. Starmie I was trying to punch a hole. If it wasn't for Wish, if I had Psyshock, I might have been able to do a little more. So in comes Medical Ham, because it's a Medicham. Get it? Medic Ham. So yeah, this Avalugg I was very much guessing was coming in with a Rocky helmet, but I went for the fake out anyways, just to take care of it. I wanted to try and take the Volcanion out, so I am going to fake it out, and it will reveal the Rocky helmet, so probably fully defensive Avalugg at this point, I'm guessing. So I can't really touch it, I don't want to take any extra damage, as he actually predicts probably a high jump kick, and goes for the protect, as I switch into Skarmory, so I'm going to get a free Stealth Rock up, as he smartly brings in Volcanion on the switch, so he doesn't take rock damage. And here I almost switched out. I'm thinking like, no, you're not going to attack me with a flamethrower. That's way too obvious. So I'm going to stay in and I'm going to Whirlwind him out. And he Will-O-Wisps me. I'm like, that's fine. I can take that all day. The Skarmory hasn't like shown off one physical move yet. So the Sleeping Blastoise comes in. He's going to burn off a turn of sleep. And I'm just going to Whirlwind him out. I don't want him setting up spike or doing a rapid spin on me because I like the spike support. Stealth Rocks. Keep calling spikes. So in comes the Florges. And at this point, I realized that this Florges was going to be a problem, and I needed to get rid of it. Because, yeah, it was just going to... Yeah, it can do this. So it's going to Heal Bell, wake up the Sleeping Blastoise, and it's just going to be annoying. So I actually try and take it out. I am burned, but I'm hoping that this Brave Bird will do enough to take it out. And unfortunately it doesn't. So, I don't know, maybe without the burn I had enough, but I have no attack investment on the Skarm. It is just pure, like, HP and special defense investment. But it takes hits really, really well. And that's what it's there for. So the Slorges is going to do a really good job of getting up a Wish and a Heal Bell. And in comes Mega Beedrill. And I know this thing can't really do a whole lot to me, but you know, he's going to get back up to full, no matter what I hit him with. So he does go for the knockoff here. And I'm just going to go for the Roost. Get my health back, because I realized, yeah, this Beedrill can't really touch me. So Beedrill is going to get most of his health back. And then, I was thinking, like, what does he want to do? Like, he's probably... I don't think he's going to U-turn out. What's he going to go into? Because I'm just going to keep Whirlwinding him. So he stays in and goes for another knockout. And, like, that's not doing a lot. And I decided at this point that Skarmory is just not, like, useful to me anymore. So I stay in, go for the Brave Bird. And that does... Like, that almost takes me to Beedrill out, even though I'm burned. So I knew Skarmory was just kind of, like, setup bait for the Florges at this point. So, okay, sacrificing it off. Beedrill comes in, goes for the Protect to scout out what I was going to do. So it did have Protect this whole time. I'm not going to bother with the fake out shenanigans. I'm just going to go for the Bullet Punch because I was thinking this what is it? The Avalugg was going to come in. So then he switches into Blastoise, which is an interesting play. He takes it pretty well, but like you're not going to live this high jump kick. This is a huge power Mega Medicham. So then he brings in this. So this is what I thought he was going to switch into in the first place, to take some Rocky Helmet damage and then try to swing around. And then I forgot that he went for Protect earlier. It's probably because it failed the last time, which really sucks. So he's got Protect on 2 of his Mons, which is just kind of scummy. And I'm going to go for the high jump kick, and that's going to do quite the number to this Avalugg. But yeah, this Avalugg nearly took out my Medicham by itself, that's pretty good for Avalugg. I mean, that's a good job. So finally the Conkeldurr comes out to play. I just said herder. So I'm going to switch out. I know a knockoff's probably coming my way. But he actually goes for the Mach Punch as I make a smart switch into Amoonguss. And now I know a knockoff's coming my way, but like nothing else wants to take it. And now it's going to be Guts boosted. So I'm like, ooh. And then he goes for the Ice Punch. I'm like, oh. Ow. I didn't expect it to do that much, so I'm going to get my Giga Drain off. I get a crit, which is sweet, but I'm not going to heal up enough to live this next Ice Punch, unfortunately. Although maybe I should have. Looking at that calc. No, it did about 150, so yeah. So I'm not going to live this Ice Punch, but that's okay. I got that crit off. The burn damage is racking up. And so now I see this as the perfect time to bring back in Metachamp. And he just forfeits. Because if you look at it, he had Conkeldurr. If it stays in, it takes a Fake Out and then a Bullet Punch. It's not living that. Even if it lives the Fake Out and burn damage, it's taking a Bullet Punch. He's got Florges, which I think was low enough to die to Stealth Rock entry. And if not, Bullet Punch. He had Volcanion left, which takes Stealth Rocks, does not live a high jump kick. And then he had Beedrill, which dies to a Bullet Punch. So yeah, the game was over at that point. It was a good close match, very competitive. But yeah, my OU team was just a little bit too much. I was a little bit outmatched. You didn't even get to see Talonflame, with the priority acrobatics in the back, or Zygarde doesn't carry. I'm not carrying extreme speed on this set. It's a different set, but it just wasn't very useful in this because too much. There was just too much that could really hurt me, and I didn't want to bring him in. So that match, that's a nice match. I like using this team. It's pretty solid, and I hope you enjoyed this battle. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.